Assalamualaikum. We are from the group 13. So today we are going to present about Bombelli solution. So this is my team member. Ahmad Safiuddin.
I'm Muhammad Muslim.
I, Nasrul Naim.
Muhammad Shafi dan Muhammad Sri.
So I'm going to explain the Bombelli solution. Bombelli is trying to solve this current problem, which is current. Current cannot solve this because of this set. It contains set of -2. Because set of -2, we cannot solve it. So Bombelli's solution is he tried to use this -1 as a solution, as we know that -1 is equals to I. So he changed this set of -2 into set of -1 times set 2. So this, as we can see now, we get this set 1, and we have no more negative inside this square root. So he changed this into the form of I, so we can get equation in positive form only, and then so this equation now become this equation without negative form. So so we take example, we take this equation only. So Bombelli, what Bombelli trying to do is he tried to change this into general form, which is a plus bi into a general complex form. So I, as we can see, I is equals to -1. So as we can see, this equation still contain square root 1/3. So to solve this problem, we need to eliminate this square root of square root of 3 first. So we cube this all this equation to eliminate this square root of 3. So this will be cancelled out and will become this, and we'll get this cube of this a plus bi. So we need to expand this. So we got two ways to expand this. It's either we use in the form of I, or we still use this set of -1. So for this part, expanding part, my friends will explain it to you.
Based on the equation that my friend has shown before, this is the equation that I showed in general formula. Okay, x equal bracket a plus b set -1 plus a minus b set of -1. And this is the equation that I have expanded. Okay, and then I separate it into two parts, which is real number, which involve a minus 3ab squared, and the second part is which involve the imaginary number, which is 3a squared b multiplied by set -1 minus b power of 3 multiplied by set -1. Okay, first, this equation is equal to, which is we can get from our general equation in the given Bombelli solution before. Okay, and then I solve it and simplify it into this form, which is a bracket a square minus 3b square equal to. Okay, and then by using the try and error, I find that 0 is not suitable for my equation, so it is eliminated, and 2 also is not suitable. But after I try 4, by using of x equal 4, I find that my equation is correct. So I take that x equal 4 into my equation, which is linear equation. Okay. So we get 4 equal a plus b set -1 plus a minus b set -1. Okay, by using substitution, we get a equal to, into our formula, we get new equation, which is 2 equal to bracket 2 square minus 3b square. Okay, after solving our equation, we get b square equal -1. Okay, because b square value, we will get a positive and negative value of 1.
So from previous equation, we get A equal to 2 and B equal to plus minus 1. Okay, so I will use this equation to prove the value. So from the equation, we substitute the value of A and B. So we will get 2 plus z minus 1 and 2 minus z minus 1. Okay, so we want to prove this value is equal to z3 2 plus z minus 1 to 1. Okay, so I take one of the value and multiply it by power of 3. Okay, so when I multiply it by power of 3, so we will expand the equation, and we will get the value is 2 minus z negative 1 to 1. I take the equation from this equation from this original equation. So I multiply it by power of 3, so we cancel the third 3, and this is from our previous value. So we can prove that this equation and this value is equal. Next, we take the original equation. So from this equation, we want to have the value of x. So we factorize the equation and get the value of x is equal to 4. So next, we want to prove that this value is valid. So we substitute the x equal to 4 into this original equation. So we will get 64 equal to 64. So this value is valid for this equation.
We know that Bombelli state that set negative 1 that we can be solved, right? But there are some issues that regarding the Bombelli solution, which we can be seen from here. You can see area of square must be positive, like 4 times 4, 3 times 3, 2 times 2, 1 times 1, you get positive number. But how if set negative 1 times set negative 1? We all know that area must be positive, right? So this is a questionable for that slow the development of imaginary numbers. So this is the question that becomes becomes a problem for the mathematician, because we just can show that set negative 1, this makes sense, right? So this progress must continue until the death of Bombelli. So stay tuned.